The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half.
Ravens 17.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. His defense all over this. Behind the line, it's a loss of a couple.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. A short throw caught by Kincaid. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14. From the gun, it's Herbert. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for the Bengals. 32 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward.
And he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll look to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Give him 16 there, and a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And that ball incomplete over the middle.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. On the ground, it's Taylor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert to throw. That one caught by Polk. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jalen Polk that time. And it'll bring up second down. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now it's Herbert. He's got it at the 3. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? Third and goal coming up. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down. And this will pay off. It is caught. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's 4th down.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one taken in by Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 12. First down, Cincinnati.
Set.
Herbert now on first down. He's across midfield. He's got room at the 30. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So we...
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. To throw is Herbert. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got his man. That's Kincaid. To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The extra point is up and through. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Back to throw.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
3rd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Good blocking to the 15. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Get up.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Ready? Let's go now. Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Taylor. Up the sideline at the 35. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go again here with Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Herbert to throw for it on 4th down. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18. Now Herbert. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit,
oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, We'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Derek Forrest. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Here we go, set. Go.
Now, faking the give. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll air one out. Oh, for the 5th time he is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Bengals are going to get the football at their own 40.
As hard as it is to have this conversation, at some point, someone on this sideline needs to say, is it better off for this young rookie to just remove him from the game, take a deep breath, and reset for next week? Because at this point, 5 interceptions in, you start being concerned that you're doing more harm than you are good.
He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He's across midfield. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Malik Mustafa.
so much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw, and he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it's going to be third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Cougar 19, ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
There's a saying on defense, Mike, tips and overthrows, you've got to get those. Those got to turn into interceptions. So if you're the offense here, after you saw that ball batted in the air, man, I can promise you it felt like a lifetime waiting to see if it just falls harmlessly to the ground.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
First and 10. I'll give on the ground. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one's decided. Not sure that they needed to take the timeout, but take it with them.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
That one is good. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep.